Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, if this is your first time of coming across any of my videos, thank you for stopping by. If you are not new, thank you for coming back to this channel. My name is Fisayo Patrick, and it has been a while. That's been a while I posted anything on YouTube. I think the last time I had a real sit down video like this was in February. That's been long. I have posted 2 videos after that. I've posted a video podcast, and I've also posted my sermon in church. But having this sit down video has really been a while, and today I'm here. I'm back. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 7 career paths that you can explore that are actually not content creation. So you know that you can do other things that are not content creation, right? Because it feels like these days everybody's a content creator, and there's nothing wrong with being a content creator. There's nothing wrong with trying to show up online, but there are other things that you can be doing that are equally as interesting and even pay much more than content creation does. I think that influencers have made it seem very interesting. Everybody wants to put something online, want to show up with our personal brands and so on and so forth. But there are actually other things you can do that are not content creation. And in this video, we're going to be talking about it. Also, if you love creativity, if you love communication and problem solving, but you do not want to live your life online, we'll be talking about the 7 career paths you can actually go for that is not content creation. So the first one is brand strategist. So as a brand strategist, you are the mind behind how a brand looks online. So you define a company's voice, you define a company's value, you define their style, and also define, the perception that their audience will have about the brand. So you help the business find out who they are, how they should show up online, how they can reach their target market, how they can speak the words that their target market is speaking. You're the reason a brand will stand out in a crowded market. So you're giving direction to the designers, you're giving direction to the writers, you're giving direction to the content creators, to the social media managers, and also to the marketers on what to communicate. And it's a mix of psychology, is a mix of storytelling, is a mix of strategy. And so this career path is perfect for you if you love behind the scenes of building a brand. Number 2 is UI UX design. So every app, every website, every software that you see out there was built by somebody. It was designed by someone, and that someone was most likely a UI UX designer. So the UX, the user experience, focuses on how people interact with digital products or digital assets, while the user interface deals with the look and feel of these digital assets. And together you make digital spaces look beautiful, look functional, and look intuitive. So for the UI UX designer, you don't create content, you create experiences. You basically make sure that every user enjoys every scroll, every click, every tap that they make on the assets that you have created. So if you love design, if you love logic, if you love human behavior, this career path blends all 3. Number 3 is copywriting. So forget social media influencers. Copywriters are actually the one who influence people to buy things. So many people believe it's about writing captions alone or writing long blog posts, but that's really not what copywriting is about. Copywriting is about writing copies that sell. So you are the one that will craft the words on web pages. You are the one that will craft the words on sales pages, product pages, emails. Your words have to get people to buy stuff. It has to convince people to take action. It has to convince them to buy. It has to convince them to sign up. It has to convince them to follow, believe, whatever the end result is. So you don't need a large following to be a successful copywriter or to make sales successfully. You just need to be good at what you do. You need the skill to communicate value, right? You need to communicate value clearly. You need to communicate value persuasively. The fourth one is the creative project manager. So every creative campaign that you see out there, from brand launches to marketing videos, was made possible by someone who knew how to manage the chaos. So as the creative project manager, you are the organizer, you are the communicator, you are the deadline setter, you are the one who is looking over everyone's shoulders. You are the problem solver. You are the one who makes sure that deadlines are met. You are the one who makes sure that resources are in place, and you also make sure that everyone on the team works in sync. So if you're someone who likes structure and who also likes creativity, this role gives you the best of two worlds. So you are not necessarily creating the work, you're just making sure that the work happens. Number 5 is PR specialists. So PR specialists control perceptions. You help individuals and brands build their reputation, protect their reputation. You help them amplify their reputation as well. So as a PR specialist, your job is not to create content. Your job is to create stories that the media, the press, the general public, the brands will care about. So you craft press releases, you manage crises, you build relationships with journalists and influencers. And to be honest, for a long time, I've always wanted to work in the PR field. If I get any opportunity to volunteer in the PR field, I'll really take it. It's a job that I really love. I've never done it before, but I think that I will enjoy doing, especially when it comes to all these things that I have mentioned. So if you are great at communication, if you are great at persuasion, if you are great at networking, PR allows you to shape narratives. It allows you to influence how people or brands are perceived. Number 6 is digital marketer or ad specialist. So content creators focus on visibility, right? But digital marketers focus on driving results. So as a digital marketer, you plan and execute online campaigns, you analyze data, you manage budgets, you optimize ads. You're doing all that to make sure that the brand you're working for gets noticed by the right people. So you work with numbers. You're both doing strategy and creative work all at the same time. Last but not the least, number 7 is the creative researcher or the trends analyst. So before brands begin to create, they need insights, right? And that's where you come in. So as a creative researcher, as a trends analyst, you study market behavior. I don't think I've met anyone in my field, anyone at all who does this. But from what I've read online, that's basically what you do. So you study market behavior, you check audience preferences, you check for cultural shifts, industry trends, and so on and so forth. You identify what is coming next, and you help brands, you help agencies adapt, you help them pivot as the case may be. So you are like a visionary, somebody who spots trends before they happen. You spot opportunities before they go mainstream. So if you are a naturally curious person, if you are a naturally analytical person, this role is perfect for you. It keeps you ahead of the curve, and you don't need to even post one single reel on your Instagram page. So we're wrapping it up here. But one thing you need to know is that the online world is much bigger than content creation. If you do not enjoy being in front of the camera, it doesn't make you less creative. It doesn't make you less relevant. So there's room for thinkers, there's room for writers, there's room for planners, there's room for strategists, there's room for researchers, there's room for all of these people. And you don't have to chase virality. You don't have to jump on the next trending video on TikTok. You don't have to dance every time in front of TikTok to make money online or to become relevant online. So that is all I have on this topic. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please quickly hit the subscribe button. Also follow me on Instagram at FisayoPatrick1. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.